This kid's been president for the last 4 years. Obviously, he has to be doing something right. Let's take a look at what he has to say.
Hey, class of 2021. It's been a pleasure growing up with all of you. I just want to say congratulations, and I know you're all going to do great things in the future. Thank you for allowing me to have been your class president for these past 4 years. It's truly been my honor. We finally made it.
All of the teachers here have had a great impact on our lives, but here are some of our favorites.
My favorite teacher has to be Mr. Brado, a real one. Miss McCarthy.
Senora Ulf or Mr. Good.
Mr. Farrell.
Mrs. Vollmer.
Senora Ulf. Mr. Highland.
Miss McCutcheon or Miss D, the art teachers.
We love them all. You can't pick just one.
Mrs. Deloya.
Mr. Good.
Mrs. Wenzel.
Senora Ulf.
Mr. Highland.
Mrs. Kendrick.
Mrs. Frick from the media department.
Senora Ulf.
Mrs. Sittler.
Senora Ulf.
Dave Walsh.
We're in TV Pro together, and it's our favorite class.
Here's some other PTHS students' favorite classes.
My favorite class was marketing.
OChem.
Chemistry with Mr. Highland junior year.
Anyone that Mr. Good did.
Probably Spanish with Senora Ulf.
Chemistry.
Econ with Mr. Bryden.
Either Theater Arts 1 or 2.
Mr. Riley's class.
Either accounting this year with Miss Mack or sophomore year chemistry of Mr. Highland.
Broadcasting.
American Legal Systems.
Recess for sure.
Mr. Orelli's class.
Probably Advanced Arts or Studio Arts.
AP Euro.
Honors chemistry. Any class I had with Abby Scott.
Journalism.
Any art class.
Honors chemistry my sophomore year.
Organic chemistry.
AP Spanish.
Anatomy with Mr. Albright. I had Anatomy and Anatomy 2 with him this year.
Marketing.
Sociology with Mrs. Deloya.
Ceramics 1.
Geometry with Mr. Cervenak, freshman year.
Second grade with Mr. Sarancion.
American Legal Systems.
Geoscience with Mrs. Kobita.
AP Gym.
Spanish.
American Legal Systems. AP Lang with Mrs. Koken last year.
Yearbook.
My favorite class is competitive tech.
Ceramics.
Financial literacy.
My favorite class was AP Spanish with Senora Ulf.
My favorite class was Anatomy and Physiology.
AP Lang with Mrs. Koken.
Ceramics. Any class I had was Sam Scott.
AP Chem.
Competitive Tech.
A push.
AP Gov with Mr. Radilla.
AP Lang with Mrs. Koken.
Spanish 3 with Senora Ulf.
Mr. Walsh's Competitive Tech.
Econ.
My favorite class was AP Environmental Science with Mr. Campeggio.
My favorite class of the year was Marketing with JG because he always knows how to entertain us.
Would probably have to be Studio Arts.
Probably Algebra 2 and Painting.
Because I get to spend time with my friends.
Algebra 2 because Miss Baker's really nice, even though I suck at math.
AP Music Theory.
AP Spanish because Senora Ulf is my favorite teacher and I love the Spanish language.
AP Stat.
And Painting because Kutch is my favorite teacher.
Because we get to do a lot of fancy music things like ear training and...
Chemistry with Mr. Highland because Mr. Highland's the best.
Because I thought it was pretty useful, but it was also really fun. Mr. Lacey's a good teacher. I was almost the Scat Sim champ. Not quite, but it's alright. I had a lot of fun.
Probably American Legal Systems.
Is American Legal Systems.
Probably American Legal Systems with Mrs. Vollmer.
Favorite memory is, let's not get into it. Let's listen to what other people's favorite memories are.
My favorite memory is anything in color guard.
Seeing Andre in the virtual pep rally, I thought that was quite funny.
Hanging out with Abby Scott.
It's the football games that we used to have. Love football games.
Hanging out with my friends.
Winning the school dodgeball tournament with Braylon, Lucas, Vinny, and Dom D'Annunzio.
Talking to Mrs. Deloya in sociology.
Dancing with my dance team for the last time.
Playoff game against Gateway High School. Whenever we beat them at the end of the game.
It's meeting new people and eating lunch with all my friends.
Making this tie-dye t-shirt with Mrs. Kendrick.
Beating Canamac twice this hockey season.
My favorite memory was prom.
My first football game from color guard.
Fighting over the X-Wave with Kyle and McMurray.
Probably softball and gym class. That was my favorite memory.
Senior year.
Commencement on June 11th.
My favorite memory from middle school was whenever Braden shot a hornet at Mr. Chair.
When I quit the works crew as an announcer.
The dance-a-thon where everyone had absolutely terrible moves.
Favorite memory was from 8th grade whenever Bray slammed my locker and got yelled at by Mr. Sikorsky.
Has to be an April Fool's in 1st grade when our teacher told us we all had to go to the nurse to get a shot.
My favorite high school memory is going to the Waco finals with the soccer team.
Sitting with Zach Gallagher at lunch. Was it sophomore year?
And then we all walked down to the nurse, and then they said April Fool's after everyone was crying.
My favorite memory is seeing Danielle every single day.
Our 8th grade graduation for the class of 21, when the teachers told us that we couldn't clap for everybody who came up, and then we all did one simultaneous clap all at the same time.
My favorite memory was chem class sophomore year when I got the nickname Dumb Brock from Parker Smith.
When we had Japan Day and someone in my class threw up down the hallway while we were all standing out there, and we all just started to freak out because we were in kindergarten.
It's been a long 12 years together, but it's time to go into the real world. So, where is everyone going?
My postgrad plans are to attend the University of Pittsburgh for biology on the physician assistant track.
And a college at Allegheny College and majoring in economics.
I'm attending Clemson University.
I'm moving to Las Vegas to pursue dance at Theater Arts Preparatory School.
Going to Penn State to study biology with an intention on going to medical school.
I'm going to Elon University. Going to Miami University of Ohio to study business.
Next year I will be going to Duquesne University, undecided.
To Penn State for business management.
Study criminal justice and minor in psychology at Robert Morris University.
I'm going to Clemson University for biological sciences.
I'm going to Liberty University.
CCAC.
I am also going to Elon University.
I'm going to Kent State to major in political science.
Going to Elon University.
I'm going to Purdue University. I'm going to the University of Pittsburgh.
I want to become a chemical engineer.
I'll be attending UNC Chapel Hill.
I'm going to Edinburgh for 2D animation and graphic design.
I'm going to Virginia Tech to study engineering.
Temple University, and I'm majoring in political science.
I'm going to Virginia Tech, and I plan to be a Marine officer.
For post-grad plans, I plan on going to Colorado Boulder University.
I'm going to Penn State next year.
I'll be attending the University of Charleston to play football.
I'm following Abby Scott to Penn State.
Going to RIT.
My post-graduation plans are to attend UNC Wilmington for criminal justice.
I'm following Sam Scott to Penn State.
So I plan on attending Syracuse University.
Penn State University.
I'm going to the University of Pittsburgh.
I'm going to Seton Hill University in the fall.
I plan to go to Pitt. I'm going to the University of South Carolina. The University of Pittsburgh.
I'm attending the Pennsylvania State University in the fall to study computer information science and technology.
I'm going to West Virginia University.
Penn State University.
Kent State University.
I will be going to Cal U of PA.
Army.
I'm going to Slippery Rock for computer science.
St. Francis University.
I'm going to be attending WVU University.
Let's see what we miss about the old building.
Definitely the library, because all of us were able to just sit in there and have fun and laugh and talk with all the teachers that came in.
Messing around because it's so open here and I can just get in trouble so much easier, so I have to watch what I do everywhere I go.
The dressing room and the auditorium, so that room was just, it was kind of like our hangout spot. People would just come and go.
Definitely the fact that you could probably see more of your friends.
Are the rats. They added personality. I named them, and no rats here, so.
I miss the full-length mirrors for mirror pictures.
The senior benches.
When we were able to use our lockers.
Red lockers.
Red painted lockers.
Here are some highlights from our time in high school.
We all know middle school was an awkward stage for all of us, but there are still some good things to say about it.
Hey, class of 2021.
Hey, class of 2021. This is awesome.
Hello, senior class.
Hi, Mrs. Belka here.
When I looked at my grade book, am I looking in the right place?
Yeah. Hi, class of 20. No, let me try again.
I laugh every time I think about you guys.
I remember just loving the group of kids I had this year.
A lot of names jumped out for me, so I think I must have really liked your class.
I have taught 500 plus more kids since you were here.
So if you didn't hear your name, it's not that I didn't like you, it's just that I ran out of space. So
just kind of going to go through the periods as I remember them.
In my first period, I remember Ty Ferentz and Kayla Lorenzo constantly going at one another.
Period 2 was actually pretty awake. I had Miss Lang and Miss Payton in there, and they were making inappropriate comments way too early in the morning.
Who can forget Harrison Frisk and lizards?
Aaron Simmons, he was always a cool kid who had cool tennis shoes.
Remember period 10, Sid Lang and Leah Cheek.
Megan McCarty, you wrote me that poem about my inflatable dinosaur.
Grace Salas and Maddie McKay, you two are probably two of the funniest students I've ever had.
It was my last Nisley with Derek there.
Kara Joseph was always salty.
How could we forget Meech? I think Dimitri, I limited you to like 2 questions per day.
Nick Wayner drove me crazy. Obviously, I had to bring up the Wrecking Ball crew. Because that was by far the biggest surprise that I was ever able to pull off.
Izzy Corey, probably starting protests still.
Oh, Mr. Smith, I think you died literally like 13 deaths, and they were all more gruesome than the next.
And Sarah Willison, she just sat there smiling all the time and being so kind to everybody.
Braylon Carrington, Tyler Messman, you know who you are.
Donovan McMillan,
Corbin, Mojo, Emma Devine,
Vinny Sirianni, Vinny Knight, Twan, Simons, that Van Zant kid.
Austin McKinnon, Ben Yates, Christian Schreiber, Julian, you all made it definitely interesting.
I think I would be remiss if I didn't mention Lou, Dean, Kirtley. I don't know, do you go by Lou or Dean now? What is it?
Yeah, I still have it.
Oh, Otis and Blosh and Burkholder. Otis did not believe there was such an animal as a gray horse.
Nick Wayner never stopped talking. Jillian Stoppridge also never stopped talking.
Liv Antonio, Kendall Lilly, Heidi Magulik, Sarah Parker, Wyatt Walker,
Emma Devine, Thomas Chang, Elena Merton.
Mr. Kruger, Rozzi, and Ringer, and Kolakowski were
Little Werner, Mertens, Kaylee Parker, Kendall Lilly, Rackinus, Fayok, Labalarte, Spurnak, Matthew Gribb, Tommy Zirkle.
Mr. DeSaio, I think you mastered by the end of the year the art taking, the ability to take notes through the window. And Brogy, you came in second place for most times thrown out of the room, and your note taking through the window was not nearly as good, but then again, you didn't have as much practice as Mr. DeSaio.
Kaylin Zurich, you used to write me a Friday letter. Jake Bodie, you might be one of the most awesome kids ever. The Mahoney boys, I hope people know how to tell you apart. Emma Devine, one of my favorite memories is when your grandfather got thrown out of a game in McMurray.
Abby Clark, I'm glad you finally got to have a Taco Bell taco. Michael Pazakanis, I hope you are still wearing the Penn State socks that you got out of me. Story time with Payne. And I mean, who could forget Amy Wilson's bright red hair?
McMillan was in there, Hunter, Sarniak, Kulikowski, Carson Woods, Parker Levis, Sam Scott, that Maceo kid, McKinnon, Sydney Lang, Abby Scott, and Leah Cheek, I remember them. Molinaro and Kaylin Zurich. I never remember if it's Zurich or Zurich. I can never say it right.
The triumvirate of Deo, Collins, and Parker were in there. Miss Parker's still the greatest reenactment of Thomas Hart Benton ever. You literally broke the chair in half. Mr. Sainert was in there. Miss Cheek was in there. Stable, Reach. Oh, Michael Payton. I forgot they were twins. They're twins. I had both of the twins.
Payne Saunders, I love that kid. Tanner Ringwald gave me all that hockey equipment for my son. He still uses. Thank you so much.
Ethan Clark and Jake DeLucia and Gribb and Eshawn. Shout out to Megashawn because you can't say one without the other. My National History Day kids, you are my family out of this group. Izzy Myers, Thomas Chang, Joseph Nypover. I feel like I've watched you guys grow up, and I will miss you a ton.
Andre Goldsmith, you were an awesome kid.
El Presidente, Mr. Goldsmith. I just found out you're dating Miss Lang, so congratulations on that. The Carnegians, they never stray too far away.
What I just want to say is good luck. I know just from knowing you that you can make the best of this and that you have made the best of it. You know I love every one of you, and anything I can ever do for you, you know where to find me.
So best of luck, and actually I don't think I will see you at graduation, so I'll just be crying from the video footage of you behind. That's fine.
I wish you all the best. Mr. Eamon out. Peace. Thanks.
Thank you so much for a great year, and I wish you continued success. Take care.
Class of 2021, I'm so proud of you. I look forward to watching you walk across that stage this year.
I just wish you the best, class of 2021.
So good luck in the future. I hope to see you guys all at some point. See ya.
There's so much we could say about the class of 2021, but instead we summed it up in one word.
Fuerte. Strong.
Significant.
Persevering.
Hilarious.
Solid.
Understanding.
Humorous.
Rowdy.
Influential.
Fabulous.
Stupendous.
Driven.
Similar.
Zusammengehörigkeitsgefühl. The sense of belonging.
Strength.
Fun-loving.
Determined.
Tight-knit.
Polarized.
Survival.
Fashionable.
Esperanza.
Hope.
Homeostatic.
Positive externality.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll just stick with fun. I don't care.